Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel Abundant Love, or welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to view this content. I hope this helps you in your journey uh, and it motivates you towards positive action, positive thoughts, words, and action. So, today I thought I would do a timeless reading. This reading will be how is your life going to be 5 years from now? Okay, and this will be a timeless reading, so at any point of time, you can come back and see this. So, uh, as usual, I have three options. Option one is this green, cute, tiny little parrot. Then option 2 is our very calm mini Buddha. Option 3 is this beautiful peacock. Okay, so what you do is you intuitively, or whichever way works for you, you choose one or more options. Then you go to the video description, or in the pinned comment, you will see that next to each option there is a timestamp. Okay, so for example, if you have chosen option 2, you click on the timestamp next to option 2, and from there your reading starts. So I'll repeat, you don't have to see the entire video. You just click on the option you have chosen on the timestamp next to the option, and that will be your reading. Okay, so we will start now. Just before starting, I'll just say a prayer. Dear gods, goddesses, archangels, ascended masters, spirit guides, ancestor guides, and all the positive forces of the universe, please keep me and the viewers inside your protection bubble. Through this video, please help the viewers find messages of hope, courage, strength, positivity, and love. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. Thank you. Okay, we'll start now. So I'll keep these two other options, showpieces aside, and let's see. Welcome to your reading, option 1, who chose this cute little parrot. Let us see, 5 years from now, what is it that you're manifesting? Okay, so as usual, I'll take 3 Rider-Waite tarot cards. How is your life going to be? The blessings, the roadblocks, everything. So I just made a face because initially I just wanted to do it as a blessings reading, but Spirit is like, no, 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 do the whole thing. Okay. Just remember, this is a timeless reading. You can come back anytime later also. Check how the next 5 years is going to be. Whenever you are seeing this reading, okay, it holds true. Oh, okay. So today I have this ancestors deck also because I felt the presence of ancestor guides very strongly. Of course, like a lot of our karma on earth is related to our ancestors. Thank you. Thank you, ancestor guides. Now we'll take one message from the light workers deck. I keep forgetting the exact name. Thank you. Thank you, Divine. Then, of course, the most handy Angel Answers Oracle deck. I love this deck really. Like, whenever I need a quick reading for myself, this is my go-to deck. Very, very clear cut advice is given here. Okay, I'll take both. I was planning to take one, but two came out. From our blessing deck, also, I'll take two major blessings that you are manifesting in the next 5 years. What are the two major blessings option one or pile one viewers are manifesting in the next 5 years? Thank you. One more, please. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, let us get started with your reading. Option one. So, what, how is your life going to be in the next 5 years? Okay, it's going to be one of a major transformation. Ah, so let me show you the cards. You have the Nine of Swords, then you have Death, okay, then you have Justice. So I'm just seeing your other cards because I feel strongly that this change is something, yeah, in your mindset. And like that feeling I got from this Nine of Swords card, okay? Because I can myself relate a lot to this Nine of Swords energy. So the Nine of Swords is your mind being very anxious. Like it is so used to suffering from anxiety that it becomes a pattern. So even when things start working out for you, you cannot, like your mind cannot, even though you logically know there's nothing to be afraid anymore, but your mind still like entertains scary thoughts, okay? Which is why you cannot sleep at night, okay? Nine of Swords, whenever it turns up for me, it like I literally had sleepless nights like this. Most of the time I would sit on my bed like this. So if you are going through something like that now, it can be due to health issues, okay, like minor or major. It can be physical health issue, it can be mental health issue, okay. Especially if it is mental health, I know it's harder to communicate to the people around you, okay. So you end up feeling more confused, more frustrated, and but spirit guides are coming in and saying that don't be afraid, okay. Even though things will feel a bit intense for you, okay, because there is intensity, there is intensity, because the Death card shows massive transformation. And maybe you are going through this transformation, maybe it has already started, and phase by phase it happens. And it's not like throughout 5 years you are like, "Ah, you can hardly catch your breath." No, it's nothing like that. Because I'll tell you, I am going through death like phase for at least the last 3 years. Okay, like very intense, very intense. But it's not like I don't have my happy moments. Like everything is intense. When good things are happening in my life, they are like they make me super happy because I don't even expect them. Like all the good moments happen out of nowhere. But at the same time, unexpected, quote unquote, bad things also happen out of nowhere. But none of them last very long. It's like somebody has fast forwarded your life, which is why everything is coming, going, happiness, sadness, everything coming, going. And since it's happening very fast, it feels very intense. Okay. So, um, for many of you, I'm seeing that this transformation has already started, okay? And this transformation is mostly happening in your inner world, okay? Maybe people outside will not recognize that you are going through so much inner turmoil, because outside things will be more or less stable, like whatever an average person goes through. But inside, I think your mindset, your perception of the outer world is like massively changing. Okay. And once you go through that transformation at the end of 5 years, like there's this justice coming in. So I'll state the obvious. Anybody who's fighting court cases and all, you will eventually get justice. Okay. If it's a legal matter and you had given up hope, and it's not even like you have to wait for 5 years, it'll happen like from now and within the next 5 years. So if you have court cases or legal issues where you almost lost hope, you will definitely have the verdict in your favor. Okay. But I think again, it's more of a spiritual justice happening because yeah, you will just see like whatever was bothering you before, if like they were created by other people, uh, they will either come to regret their actions, or they will apologize, or they'll probably face some negative karma, things like that. But you won't care anymore. Once you go through this death like transformation, you'll be like, okay, bless you. I don't care. Like like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is a very powerful transformation. Now, whenever the death card comes, even in my weekly readings, I always say this, the death card, whenever it shows up, it's never a minor weekly transformation. You guys are probably going through this, so definitely I'm not surprised in a 5 year reading this turned up, because again, we as a collective are going through massive transformation, so most of us are probably being reborn. Okay, so let us now see your other cards. So your ancestors. Your ancestors are saying, first card you got Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, so you certainly have some gifts. Okay, it can be like related to spirituality, like, psychic visions, psychic receiving psychic messages, things like that. Or it could be a creative gift. Okay, like probably you like singing, but you thought everybody else does it. What's the point of me pursuing it as a passion? So this is just an example. Okay, it can be anything. It can be like, yeah, anything, but you do have a gift, and that is being blocked due to your anxiety. Okay, so that's why your ancestor guides in the course of next 5 years will help you in unlocking this gift. Then your next ancestor card that you got is the Earth Guardian, and they're saying stay rooted and grounded. Okay, again, whenever you have anxiety like this Nine of Swords, grounding is like very necessary. Okay, so like probably your root chakra is blocked, or any of the lower chakras. Okay, when they are blocked, then we like feel so much out of touch of reality. Okay, and what is the best way to ground yourself? Grounding means finding your connection again with Mother Earth. Okay, like on the lap of Mother Earth we are experiencing this world, right? Whatever we see outside, everything is happening on the lap of Mother Earth. So it is very important that you feel that connection. Like, this is my mother, I'm the child. So, the best way to do that, which I'm sure you've heard me say before, and I have learned this from my spiritual guide, and it's a very easy thing to do, is just feed other children of Mother Earth. It can be fellow human beings, it can be other animals, it can be birds, it can be insects. It can, like, this is the simplest thing, because as you guys have heard me saying, I've been sick for so long where I could barely move and all. But whenever I would remember, I would ask my mom or my husband to go and, leave something for the birds or for the insects, like that. And I have found that helps me immensely. And it not only helps me, it helps people around me also. You find a very pure happiness whenever like you feel a connection instantly. Whenever you see that, I'm sure most of you have experienced this before. Um, Whenever you see another being taking food, right? So that gives different kind of pleasure. So please try to do that as much as you can, and it need not be food also. Okay, if you see another human being, probably a homeless person or any person who is helpless, okay, and you can provide that necessary help with some other resource, okay, it can be clothes, it can be your time, it can be information, right? Somebody looking for a job in a particular field and you know about that, you just try to, like, the main uh, intent should be, we are all children of Mother Earth, so let's help each other. So that will tremendously decrease the burden of the mind, and that way you will find, like, it's easier. It won't happen in a day, okay, because this I'm sensing is a very deep rooted pattern ingrained, okay, this Nine of Swords, this anxiety, like running in a loop even when you know there's nothing to be anxious about. But don't fear it, okay? It's all happening because you are going through a massive transformation. So everything is being brought up, like everything is being churned. So all the dirt from the bottom is coming up, okay? And they want to be released, and they will be. And at the end of 5 years, you will see, like, there are many things that used to bother you are just gone. And some people, for some of you, will probably come and apologize to you, but you will rise all of, like, above all of that, okay? And definitely you have a gift that will be unlocked for you. I was looking for this. Now let us see your other oracle cards. Okay, yes. So your angels are saying remain positive, okay? So this is very important. Again, this relates to the Nine of Swords, okay? Just because you're feeling anxious, just because your mind tells you the most negative and cruel things, does not necessarily mean they are true, okay? So you don't have to believe them. One practice that I do, again, it's very simple. Whenever I get like super negative thoughts, which would happen a lot when I was sick, like my mind would always tell me, you're going to lose your job soon, you will be stuck, you will have to depend on others throughout your life, you will, all kinds of mean things. And I would just tell myself, this is not me, these are just thoughts coming in and going out, like somebody else coming, like somebody coming to your house and then going out through the other door, like that. I would just tell myself, this is not me, this is not me. And that helped a lot. After a point of time, I would just see them like seeing my clothes being churned in the washing machine, something like that. I would just see my thoughts like that going around inside a washing machine. And that's why they're erratic, they're chaotic, but they are not me. Okay, so please remain positive. You can do positive visualizations whenever this thing, anxiety thing, bothers you too much. And you can like visualize anything positive. It does not even have to be your goal or anything. You just visualize yourself as having a good time, being happy, helping people, dancing, singing, jumping, whatever makes you happy. So remaining positive is very important. And they are saying, don't stop. Okay, so don't stop. I would say, I would paraphrase it as like, don't give up, okay? Because sometimes, again, like transformation periods, sometimes there are, peaks and valleys. So in the valley phase, you might feel like, I cannot do this anymore. And then take rest if you want to, but don't give up. This don't stop is coming to me as don't give up, don't give up. We are with you. Your guides are saying we are with you. Whatever you will go through is, like, yeah, like totally cracking you open, then filling you with this divine energy, and then again putting you back together. This is what is happening, or it has already started happening, or it's going to happen. Which is why when you are being cracked open, you feel fear, you feel pain, but there's nothing to worry. Because, yeah, when you when you are being filled with the divine light, it'll heal everything. You won't even have, sometimes you won't even have memories of some, past trauma. So, exactly. That is very, very beautiful. Okay. So, your light worker message is you got hope, which says love and acceptance. Okay. And I'll read the message that is written in small font, saying, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Again, I'm getting a strong, strong message of self love here. Option one, you really, really need to practice self love. Okay. Self love means just listening to your body, your mind first. Okay. Self love is just not, just not seeing a movie or eating your favorite food, just not that. Like, when your body is saying, like, please don't push me anymore, our body always communicates, but we are so used to listening to the chatter of the mind that we don't pick up the signals from the body. So I think this is what you are going to learn in the next 5 years, where your mind, you will distance your true self from the mind, and that way you will able to pick up many, many signals which do not come as thoughts. They just come as something, how to say it, like a feeling but not an emotion. Like, again, my spiritual guide explained this to us, like, when, like, feelings are like hunger, thirst, things like that, and emotions are, oh my god, probably he's jealous of me, why should I talk to him, like things like that. Okay. So you will understand yourself more. Yeah. In the next 5 years, you are going to discover a lot of things about yourself. So I think you, like what your guides are saying. Yeah, like, don't be rigid about anything, especially when it comes to your own self. Again, I'm not seeing much external, triggers or external collaboration, communication, anything. Like, in your external world, probably things will look same, or like, normal ups and downs, like changing a job or something, things like that. But and that is also an example, changing job, changing houses, getting into a relationship, getting married, things like that. But those are not significant. Okay. The significant change that spirit guides want you to be aware of, okay, is that internally you are transforming, and you are transforming such a way that you understand yourself better, and then you feel super powerful. Okay. And finally, we'll see your two blessing cards. uh, a blessing of the air. Okay. So air energy represents communication. Okay. So, definitely your communication is going to improve. Your mind chatter is going to transform into effective and, clear communication. So that is indeed a blessing. And all this, whatever this anxiety, fear was stopping you, it'll go away. And remember, you also have justice. So, yeah. in some areas of your life where you were getting less than you deserve, you will now be able to speak clearly. Like, the feeling I'm getting is it's not that somebody was denying you intentionally. Since you were not speaking up, people were thinking that you were okay with whatever you are getting. They were thinking you are happy or okay, at peace with whatever you are getting. Nobody knows about your internal or inner struggle. But through this transformation, within this next 5 years, you will reach a point where you will verbalize your needs, your desires, and then you will see that everything is coming your way very smoothly. Okay, you will realize yourself, oh, okay, I should have probably not been so afraid before. Okay, sorry if my words are all over the place today, because while I'm doing this reading for you, option one, I'm feeling like a lot of confusion internally. It's like I don't know which words to choose, what to say. Even though I'm seeing the cards, I'm feeling blank, like that. Okay, so maybe that is what you are going through, or maybe, yeah, that is something that may happen. Like, you have a lot of confusion, you don't know what is right, what is wrong, what to do next, what not to do, how to speak to people. You are probably overcompensating for things, but all that is going to change. Okay, and if there is one particular situation that made you feel like this, that situation will in the future, you know, come back in a way that will give you justice. Okay, you will see if there are people who wronged you, they will be regretting it, or they will be apologizing for it, or they are facing some karma because of that. But I truly wish for you that you rise all above that. Okay, because this is what I'm strongly getting for many of you. But I want all of you to rise above, because you guys are spiritual. Otherwise, you won't be seeing tarot readings. And as you know, people who are connected to spirit, we are all workers of love and light. So let all the pettiness stay where they are. You will rise above that, because you have the potential to rise above that. Otherwise, you wouldn't have so many guides coming in and cheering for you. Okay, then your next blessing is a blessing for unity where once there was division. Okay, this lady is so lovely. Okay, her face shows tremendous strength and confidence, but at the same time, she has this rabbit in her arms, which shows again like nourishment or strong maternal compassion. Okay, so I find her really beautiful, and she has this half moon behind her that shows that, yeah, she's not afraid to feel her emotions. Okay, so of course, this blessing is self explanatory, especially in relationships. If you are like really worried about one or two particular relationships, specific relationships in your life, and you always think like, maybe this will never work out, or maybe I'll always be unhappy because I'm stuck. Yeah, even, yeah, many of you are feeling stuck in a particular kind of relationship. It can be romantic, it can be work wise, it can be any which way. But they're saying that no, 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 in 5 years the whole picture is going to change. Okay, you don't like stop, or you don't give up on it, or you don't stop working on it. Also, you do your part, but again, don't be a doormat. Okay, because spirit guides would never want us to suppress our natural selves. Okay, but again, don't resort to violence or anything. and yeah, don't resort to violence in thoughts, words, or actions. But other than that, you don't have to suppress yourself, especially when you want peace of mind. You have every right to peace of your own mind. So always feel free. Know that you have the backing of the entire universe. If you are choosing peace, if you are taking a step towards peace, your own peace, okay, peace of your own mind. So definitely I'm seeing that within the course of next 5 years, you are um, turning into a like new person, okay, where you are more confident, you communicate things very very clearly, and most importantly, you don't feel like you are the slave of your mind anymore, okay. All, like, irrespective of what happens, you are stable, you are calm, and that's how you will see now a lot of things that were unresolved probably for a very very long time. They are getting resolved on their own, okay, because you are no longer desperate or anxious about anything for that matter. So yeah, this is beautiful. I would like, before I end, I would just point to this message of hope, whatever Lady Hope is saying, that just stick to love and acceptance, okay. And again, I'm saying this love should start with yourself first, because again, this is from my personal experience. Once I decided that only if I exist, my world will exist, so I started taking care of myself irrespective of what external people were saying. And taking care of myself meant taking care of my body, taking care, just listening silently to whatever comes in my mind and not judging myself, okay? Giving myself occasional hugs, looking at the mirror and telling like really, really positive, encouraging, loving things to myself. Okay, you can try that, practice that whenever you can. And yeah, I really wish you a lot of blessings. Okay, you already have your spirit guides around you and they are blessing. And remember, you still have a gift, like your ancestors are saying. So they are unlocking the magic within. So everything that you have gone through and you will be going through, the main purpose is to connect you to your true self. So that is all I have for you today, my dear option one. Um, Please hit the like button if this reading resonated. Share it with your friends and ask them to subscribe too if they haven't already. And I will see you again in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, now let me put these cards back. Welcome to your reading, my dear option 2 viewers who chose this cute mini Buddha. Let us see what is it that you are manifesting in the next 5 years, or how. Yeah, I think the correct title of this reading will be, what is it that you are manifesting in the next 5 years. Like, there will be blessings, there will be roadblocks, uh, whatever it is, we'll see it all. Okay, and remember, this is a timeless reading. You can come back after 10 years also, just to check how the next 5 years from that point is going to be. Thank you. Spirit. Okay, and I'll take one card from the ancestor deck. Then I'll take one card from the light workers deck. What is the message? Okay, thank you. Then from the angel answers, I'll take two cards. Angels, what is the guidance that you want to give option to? What are they manifesting in the next 5 years? Thank you. Then from the blessings deck also, I'll take two cards. What are the two major blessings that you are manifesting in the next 5 years? Two major blessings. Thank you, Spirit. One more card, please. Two major blessings that option two viewers are manifesting. Okay, let us dive into your reading now. Okay, okay, okay. Interesting, interesting. How did you get the same card? I'm just seeing all the cards at once, okay? Okay. So, yeah, like your next 5 years are going to be like a mixture of everything, okay? But at the end of 5 years, it's really up to you. This is the message I'm getting. And when I show you the cards, I'll explain why, okay? Because you have this beautiful Three of Wands. Then you have this Knight of Swords. And finally, you have this beautiful Empress. So this has like so many different scenarios playing out. So the Three of Wands is definitely a person who is ready uh, to travel, quite literally, okay? So some of you might be traveling extensively in the next 5 years. It could be due to a hobby, it could be due to a volunteering service that you are doing, it can be due to your job as well, okay? Then, like the Three of Wands is also something that you had planned to do for a long time, but you still couldn't start, okay? So, somewhere within the next 5 years, you will finally be ready. You will have the, say, if it's a business, you will finally have investors and things all lined up. And the business thing came to my mind because we also have the Empress card, right? Like Emperor, Empress, they always give that entrepreneurial vibe. So, definitely, that is a very, very high possibility. Anybody who wants to, embark on a business venture, next 5 years is a good time. Okay. But the roadblock that may happen is I'm seeing in the Knight of Swords. Okay. So definitely if you are starting a business already, if it's a new thing, um, you may face roadblocks because the Knight of Swords, he's very action oriented, which is a good thing, right? Like he cannot stop. He just wants to push everyone and move ahead and does not want to stop until he's reaching his goal. But he can become ruthless in the process. So you will have to be beware of that. Okay. So, yeah, like you just remind yourself that in the next 5 year journey, especially if it's a business you are trying to grow, it can be a creative business. Like, by creative business, I mean where you are not thinking of making money at first, but then eventually you will start making money because the Empress is there. The Empress and the Three of Wands together is giving very, very strong vibe of, creating something yourself, which is like a baby to you. Okay, it can be a business. Yeah, like I'm getting jobs or business, things like that mostly. Or it can be a new phase of your life. It can be marriage or long term, live in relationship, something like that. It's definitely something long term that you are birthing in the next 5 years. But the roadblocks, or what spirit guides want you to always remember, that you should not be rash, you should not be impulsive, don't take shortcuts. Okay, yeah, I think they're also saying this to me. They're saying don't take shortcuts. If something takes time, it takes time. Wait for the right time, because eventually you will grow into this person. Like, look at the Empress. She's like lavish. See, she has a lavish lifestyle. Okay, but still she's a like leader. She knows what she wants, and she's very confident. But like, she has her sights set on the long term goals. So eventually you will be in control. Things will work in your favor at the end of 5 years. But what I think the next 5 years, yeah, for most of you who are viewing this, are like building blocks, putting the building blocks, or laying the building blocks for something. So that's why you have to be careful. Don't take shortcuts. Don't lose your temper. Don't be rash. Don't be impulsive. When you talk to people, just be mindful of what you're saying, because you definitely will need people around you, people who are uh, people who can communicate without fear. Okay, people who can communicate with you without feeling any sense of fear. Only when you can accept their honest feedback, only then you can grow faster. Okay, so that is what they're saying. So yeah, please remember that. But eventually, like, even if you fail 1 or 2 times, eventually at the, like, some of you probably, like, I don't know, like, nothing is written in stone. Okay, so if you can, like, tackle this Knight of Swords energy completely, like, you don't give in to impulsiveness, rashness, or harshness, then of course this Empress energy will come in faster. This is abundance. This is abundance, and also like giving birth to something which will stay for a very, very long time. Okay, which will stay and flourish for a very long time. So that this thing will come faster. But even if you lose your, sometimes it happens to all of us. Okay, it's just not easy to see a tarot reading video and remember this for the next 5 years, that I'm not supposed to lose my temper, I'm not supposed to be rash. So even if you forget, and sometimes this happens, uh, what you will experience is a roadblock. But spirit guides are saying don't lose your heart over it. Just know this is destiny. This will happen anyways. So you keep working towards it, you keep rectifying yourself. Accepting your mistakes is also very important. Okay, so yeah, if you make mistakes, it's okay. Just accept it and make amends, and then again focus on building your empire. uh, Again, since the Empress card is here, if many of you are trying to conceive, definitely within the next 5 years it's going to happen. Again, the same thing I'm getting, like, don't be the Knight of Swords. Like, don't be desperate. Of course you go to your doctor, you discuss treatments and everything, but don't start torturing yourself. sometimes it happens, right? People try so hard to conceive, and then they become desperate and they are like, no, I'll do everything. Always, like, talk to your doctor, talk to your family members who are supportive, not the ones who are toxic. Okay, talk to supportive family or friends. Always weigh the pros and cons of each method you are going to undergo as a family, and then make a decision. Okay, uh, but eventually, again, you are going to conceive, and your child will make you very happy. Again, uh, yeah, Empress is like, it, like what I'm trying to say, it need not be a biological child also. The child can come to your life in any way. But the moment you become like the mother, I'm feeling you yourself will suddenly, there'll be a shift in your personality. You will feel stronger, you will feel more confident, and you will be like this lady, like totally owning owning the place, owning everything. So that is actually very beautiful. Okay, I don't see any major setbacks for you, but this is something, if you grow an awareness about it, like, okay, whenever you feel angry or restless, just pause a little or take a step back and then respond to the situation. That will make things easier for you. That will bring your abundance in much faster. Okay. I'll show you the angel cards first. Okay, so one of the messages is look for a sign. So this clearly means you have spirit guides who are very communicative. They want to send you messages all the time, so that you don't feel like you have to act in a rash manner, because sometimes it happens. We keep thinking that, oh, how long should I wait? And that's why they want to keep in touch with you. So you might see repeating numbers, or maybe you were thinking of something and immediately you see that in a road sign or something, see that word, or things like that, like, which we usually call coincidences. But again, that is a method of spirit guides. Yeah, method of communication by spirit guides, and you can directly ask them. Okay, if you have never communicated with your spirit guides, you can give yourself some time. You sit down quietly in a place and you take deep breaths till you feel calm. And once you feel calm, and you do it with your eyes closed throughout, once you feel calm and centered and totally at peace with yourself, you can request your spirit guides to give you a particular sign. And you can say that, like, show me a feather in the next 3 days so that I know you guys are with me. Something like that. Okay. And you will see, or just say, show this number 333, so that I know you are with me. I really want to strengthen our communication, like that. And they will respond. Okay. So, because all of us have spirit guides who love us, but they cannot interfere with our free will. So, unless we, like, tell them clearly that, yes, yes, and they also do not want to freak us out. Many people get scared, like, right, if they don't see somebody and something is happening. So they don't want to scare us or anything. So you have to say very clearly without any trace of fear in your heart, because they can see what is going on. If they feel that you are afraid, of course they will not communicate in a freaky way. So, but yeah, definitely look for signs because they are all around you. And the next message is a yes, yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, I said it 3 times because that's exactly how I heard them say it. Yes, yes, yes. So, so this is actually pretty great. Okay, I would say in 5 years you are doing very well for yourself. Like, it's so good that you cannot even imagine it right now. Okay. Aha, aha. So you have the High Priestess card from your ancestor guides. And it says, harness mystic power. I think which is why, again, your spirit guides are coming in and trying to communicate with you, because I'm feeling that most of you who are viewing this reading, you kind of uh, fear your own gifts because they do not fit in any logic. So you are probably trying to block them. But the High Priestess card shows that definitely, probably one of your ancestors or more than one of your ancestors were already like very spiritual people, mystical people. So that gift is being transferred to you in the next 5 years, okay? And which is why your spirit guides, and when I say spirit guides, it's everybody, archangels, ancestor guides, gods, goddesses, deities, any form of the divine, like loved ones who have crossed to the other side. So, like, yeah, any, it can be anyone, any of those guides, okay? And it's usually not just one. There's always more than one spirit guides. And in different phases of our life, there are different guides. So there's a lot of good energy around us, but we have to in full awareness have to ask for it, okay? So please remember that. And I think this is very important, like that. Yes, you are connecting deeply with your spirit in your next 5 years, where you no longer will feel afraid by, unexplained experiences that you cannot explain. You will no longer block them. And yeah, you will know that you are loved, and you will, and that love will remove a lot of blocks, okay? And that will remove this Knight of Swords energy where you want to do a lot, but sometimes it happens, sometimes we have so many things on our mind that eventually we cannot do anything properly. That is probably a problem right now, because you are like, you're jumping so fast or you're running so fast, like you're forgetting that for effective function you have to balance both action and rest, things like that, okay? So I think will um, that will be healed in the next 5 years, okay? After 5 years you will see that, okay, you are now a much wiser and calmer person, and since you're deeply connected to the spirit, even though you'll be making a lot of money and everything, you are not being, mm, deeply attached to it, okay? You're happy that you are doing it, you're making money, you're helping yourself, your family, your people, but again, at the same time, you feel happier when you connect with them. This is what I'm seeing. Then you have this wonderful card from Lady Hope, love and acceptance. And it says, love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Okay. And option one also got this card. Okay. Which is why I was like, wow, how did the same card appear again? Even though I shuffled. So, again, this message is self explanatory. And again, since it appeared for two piles now, what I'm getting is most of us are going through this transfer. Whatever is happening in the next 5 years is happening so that as a collective, after 5 years, we are like a more loving species, more compassionate species, where we think a little more about others than we think of ourselves. Okay. We used to be like that, but in the middle, I don't know what happened, we as a species became so competitive and so insensitive that, yeah, we were just losing all this finer human feelings of love, of compassion, of just being there for each other. So these are all coming back to the collective in the next 5 years. But for you specifically, my option to viewers, They are saying again, like, your only roadblock is this, that you might turn into the Knight of Swords, you might become impulsive, rash, which you regret later. But they are saying that if you just take a few seconds pause whenever you feel agitated, and after that you respond, you will slowly feel that you can accept situations even when they are going against you. Okay. And once you keep practicing that for a couple of years, you will see it's no longer bothering you. Whatever happens, you are calm, steady. Now let's see your blessing cards. So your first blessing is a blessing on your day. So usually it would mean it's a blessing on a specific day, or whenever you are seeing this reading. Maybe that day or the next day you will receive a blessing. So if that happens, please do come back to this video and let me know in the comment what blessing you received. In the course of 5 years, what I'm getting, what this card means is, it's not one day, but say like a period of 3 days or 5 days will come in this course of 5 years where there will be a massive shift. Okay. And it will be a massive shift for the positive. Like, you will look back later and you will think, oh, this was the period, this was the 5 day or 3 day or one day period where I thank the divine that I took this decision, even though I didn't know, or somebody pushed me to do this, and it changed my life uh, radically for the better. Okay, so that is wonderful. And then the next blessing is a blessing to shield and safeguard you. Okay, so again, the crows around that you are seeing actually are your ancestors. Ancestor, especially in the Hindu culture, like, we really revere crows as our ancestor spirits. Okay, so and actually it fell when I was, so this is also, the whatever is written here is from the ancestor deck box, and whenever I was saying this crows are your ancestors, it just fell on my lap. I have a tremendous strong connection with my ancestor guides, so I get very excited when I see, like in the US there are not many crows as you see in India, but I have just this one raven, a like huge jet black crow, and like I whenever I hear that bird cawing, I know, okay, somebody's looking after me, so I'm protected. Same for you guys. Okay, option two, you are being protected, you are being shielded from everything. So just keep moving forward, keep loving. There's your next 5 years is actually very, very beautiful. It's very productive. Okay, where you are traveling, you are building things, you are giving birth to beautiful, beautiful things, whether they are humans or they are projects, your work, your business. It is very beautiful. Okay, you just need to work on your impulsiveness or rashness, or if there's another person in your life who is like that, if you are like naturally very calm and you cannot relate that, oh, what is she saying, I'm not impulsive at all, it can be there's another person whose impulsiveness is bothering you, or you may feel like, okay, with this person I cannot work and all. That's where your spirit guides are coming in and saying that, no, 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 don't pay so much attention to that. You do your best and keep moving forward with love, with acceptance. Okay, I think this message is very important because it's now come it has now come in for both the option one and option two. We'll see what option three has, but this is all I have for you. I wish you a blessed 5 year period ahead. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button, please share this video with your friends, and ask them to subscribe if they like similar content, and comment whatever you want to. Okay, I always love reading them, and I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye. Okay, now I'll move on to option 3. Before that, I would want to put these back. Okay. Welcome to your reading, option 3 viewers who chose this beautiful peacock. So let us see, in the next 5 years, what are you manifesting? What are the blessings? What are the roadblocks that is coming your way? Thank you, Spirit. So just remember, this is a timeless reading, okay? You can come back to this reading after 2 years and, find out again how the next 5 years is going to be. One more card, please. Then from the ancestor deck, I'll take one card. What is it, ancestor guys, that you want to remind option 3 viewers? What are they manifesting? Thank you. They're asking me to take one more card. So I'll take one more card from the ancestor deck. Thank you, Spirit. Now from the light workers deck. I keep forgetting the actual name, but I know these are all like divine beings of the highest order who were born on earth. Thank you, divine. Okay. Then, last, the angels. What are the messages you want to give to option 3 viewers? Thank you, Spirit. One more card, please. What is it that option 3 viewers need to know? Oh, okay. 3 cards came out. Keep all 3. And now I'll request Spirit to let or to send cards that will show us 2 major blessings that option 3 viewers are manifesting in the next 5 years. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. You're getting so many cards. They said 3 blessings. So I'll keep all 3. Like, I got the feeling in the next course of next 5 years, you are going to manifest actually many blessings. But I took the 3 major ones, okay? Let us dive into your reading. Ah, ah, ah. Sorry, guys. I get very excited when I see cards first. I almost forget that there's an audience watching me. I'll see them one by one. I'm so excited. I want to see them all at the same time. So let me show your Rider-Waite tarot cards first. You have the Two of Wands. Then you have the Page of Wands. And finally, you have the King of Cups. So the Two of Wands. So first of all, I'm seeing 2 Wands cards, okay, which are like, how do I say it? Like in both these cards, the Two of Wands and the Page of Wands, it seems like this person has a certain desire but does not have the confidence, or due to situations around this person, he or she is waiting. Okay, so for the video, I'm just saying he, but the gender, is not important. This person in the, yeah, picture, it seems like they're waiting for something. But finally, you have the King of Cups. Okay, I will draw one more right away tarot card because again, I feel there's just another block in the puzzle required to complete the picture, Spirit. Can you please make the picture clear for me so that I can communicate effectively to the viewers? I'm strongly getting that we need one more card. Oh, okay, okay. Thank you. Let us see. What is the fourth card? Ah, the Page of Swords. So when you get like three court cards, like which is involving king, queen, page, or knight, so most of the time it means you are dealing with people, okay? Because all these three people cannot be you. One of this can be your energy, but these three are completely different energy. Like forget the Two of Wands for now. The Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the King of Cups. It's like three totally different energy. The Page of Wands is like a scholar who does not know much but wants to learn more. Okay, but he is walking in the direction of his passion. But at the same time, he's not much experienced, so he cannot make a lot of progress. But he's patient. But if you see the Page of Swords, he's just the opposite. He seems like a little bit impatient, and he might, you know, get angry very easily and say things which he may regret later. Okay, the Page of Swords has that energy because pages are always immature, but the Page of Swords, like in his eagerness to impress or achieve something, might end up, damaging himself more. So that is something. If you can relate to this type of behavior, then that will be your energy, and please be uh, careful about that in the next 5 years. You don't want to sabotage yourself. Whenever you are communicating, you need to think at least for a few seconds before you start talking. Okay. Um, so that is the Page of Swords energy. If it is not your energy, it can be somebody else in your workplace or around you who is like this, and which, you know, will be like a roadblock. But Spirit is again saying, like, don't pay too much attention to that, um, and just keep doing your thing. Okay. Then we have the Page of Wands, we already talked about. And the Page of Wands can be your energy in the sense that probably you have just started dabbling with spirituality. Okay, probably you are getting introduced to new kinds of meditations, breathing practices, and you probably feel some sensations. Those are all fine, but remember, you are still very new, so you should not try to take a shortcut, or you should not get stuck to a particular experience and don't do things to want to repeat it. Okay, I'll give you an example. Sometimes it happens that we did a powerful cleansing spiritual process and we had a certain experience of probably floating and expanding, being out of body, whatever, and that feels pretty great at that time. But these should ideally always be done under the supervision of someone who is a master, okay? So, who has done this for years and who can, take you out of that state if the need arises. So, many people will get stuck to this experience and they would want to do it on their own by listening to a YouTube guided thing and all. So be careful about that. That's what your spirit guides are coming in and saying. Like, it's one thing to listen to calm music meditation or sleep meditation on YouTube where there's calm music. That's fine. But there are several videos on YouTube saying, all this, yeah, I won't even mention them, okay? Because I don't want anybody to go and Google those stuff. Anything that seems that you haven't experienced before, if somebody who like if somebody's offering that to you also, that, oh, I can make you feel like this, I can give you this sensation, please don't go for it. Because the Knight of Swords is like that. He's rash, okay? He doesn't think before he acts. So spirit is saying, please don't do that. If you are spiritual, there are spirit guides around you. They know what is the right time for you to experience certain things. So that will happen. You just stick to your practice. If you have started doing just breathing exercises, stick to that. Okay, if you have started doing a particular meditation, stick to that. You don't need to hop from one train to another just because you want to experience something over and over again. That won't happen anyway. So, but please be careful. That is one thing. Then the Page of Wands can also be something that, some creative venture that you are very passionate about. Again, there, be like careful about the people you are meeting. Yeah, I think in all kinds of scenarios, even if this is a relationship situation, they are saying that, like, the people around you, since you got two pages, okay, yeah, for the relationship, I'm getting very strongly that in the course of next 5 years, maybe you will initially meet people who are like very immature, okay? But they might look impressive at first. So don't jump into anything. That page over the course of 5 years may turn into a king, because eventually we have the King of Cups. And if that happens, that's excellent. But don't feel the need to rush into anything, okay? But now coming back to the Two of Wands, because you have a Two of Wands followed by a Page of Wands, definitely is so your guides are definitely encouraging you to follow your passion, okay? Especially if you have a creative gift, okay? It can be like some of the arts, it can be anything, okay? That probably I can't even think of. But if you have a gift in something, they are saying go and pursue it. Don't think about the money part right now. Don't think about the fame part right now. Just do it because that will give you happiness, and that will reflect in all other aspects of your life. And because your final card is the King of Cups, okay, because that's how I see them. Um, that the King of Cups is, of course, a leader, but he's a very compassionate leader, okay? And he's also very, very emotionally stable. So clearly, like, the broad message is right now, you are not ready for certain things, which you are like desperately wanting. But your guides are coming in and saying that no, 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 you are not ready yet. You are growing. That's why there are two pages here. You need to probably learn the art of communication better. You probably don't have a lot of clarity right now, and that's all okay. That is happening gradually for you in the next 5 years. I'm seeing it as a slow moving energy, okay, which might make you impatient sometimes, but they are saying, please, please don't be rash. Like, this is good, okay? The slow moving energy is good. It is helping you move slowly towards your passion, okay? And for some of you, if there is some long term travel involved because of the two of Wands card, I'm seeing, they're saying, don't think too much. You go for it, okay? Probably you are used to being in a certain place and you are afraid of change. They are saying there's nothing to be afraid of. If there's a travel opportunity, if there's an opportunity for shifting to a new state, new country, they are saying go ahead and take it. and you will have a learning curve. Okay, in the next 5 years there will be a learning curve. I don't know if it's for some of you, it's your job, work, relationships. Yeah, I'm not getting health for anybody. It's like mostly jobs or career or business, or yeah, some kind of relationships where you will know through various experiences you will learn how to become the king of cups. Okay, again, for some of you, the king of cups can easily be another person, a mentor, an elder in your family, or it can be your ancestor guides also, who are helping you to become this emotionally very secure, okay, very secure and stable person who at the same time feels a lot of compassion towards everybody. So yeah, I think that is beautiful. The only thing, again and again I'll repeat, they are saying that you are immature right now, so don't make the mistake of jumping into things. Okay, you are still learning, you are still at the beginning part of the learning curve, whatever is it. Don't take shortcuts, don't be rash. Be aware of what you are seeing. Okay, this is very important. Then you have your ancestor guides coming in. Okay, so you have the hunter, which says track down your fears and desires. Okay, so I think your fears may make you sometimes act like this page of swords, or there may be a certain page of swords person in your life that makes you fearful. That's why probably you suppress things. But they are saying no, no, no. Face your fears. Okay, it's fine. Once you look fear into the eye, it no longer has any grip on you. And then you have the beautiful eagle saying, see things from a higher perspective. So I think this came because I already said, like looking at the car, it seems like a slow moving energy. Okay. Which is why you will often feel that, okay, why am I not seeing what I expected to as a result? So they are saying, no, no, no. Don't focus on the minor results. Like, I did this work for 1 year. I should get this much amount of money. Why am I getting 20% less? They're saying don't focus on all that. There is a broader goal. So so slightly take yourself higher, like the aeroplane view, and see things from a higher perspective, okay? Then you have from the light workers deck, you have the Joan of Arc, okay? And she's the voice of truth. So definitely you will learn lots of truth about yourself, about situations around you. Yeah, about a lot of stuff. Okay, so let me read out the small print. Stand strong. Focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So you got the same message twice from the light workers and from your ancestor guides. They are also saying, track down your fears, right? So I'll keep them side by side because it's exactly the same message. Sometimes we don't want to face our own truth because we have this fear of being judged by the society, by our own family, and everything. And again, I'll give you a small example. Like, even though today only I was thinking about this, like, even though I loved tarot from a long time back, but again, like, even when I started getting clear messages from the spirit, I could not convince myself that I can do tarot reading like publicly because there's nobody in my like extended friends and family who would do this like before I met my spiritual guide. So like I just didn't know, how will I do this, how will I tell this to people, and I'll be judged so much. But that's what something similar you will go through, okay, in the next 5 years. But eventually truth is like a volcano, okay, it will come out, it will erupt. And when it comes out, when you finally, like I was saying, see fear in the eye, it just drops off because it's not even a real thing. It is an illusion, right? Once you face it, it's gone and you feel so lighter. and you feel that, oh my God, like, why didn't I do this before? So something like that is going to happen. And your angels are saying, okay, okay. So first card is compromise. Again, I think this is in relation to the Page of Swords, where it's saying like, don't get all restless and don't throw tantrums if you have to compromise. Okay. Again, always keep the bigger picture in mind. You may have to compromise a little here and there. That is fine. Then they are saying, listen to your intuition. Again, it's very important, especially whenever you are feeling scared. I know fear blocks intuitions severely. So whenever you are feeling scared, try to ground yourself first by just focusing on three things you can hear, three things you can feel, three things you can smell immediately, like your surroundings. That's how you connect yourself to your surroundings, by just feeling whatever you can with your five sense organs. Then you start taking deep breaths, and then your intuition will tell you, okay, whatever it is that you need to hear at that time. So definitely trust your intuition above everything. And then they are saying you are ready. Okay, so you are ready. There's no need to be afraid of anything. There's no need to hold back also. Again, when I saw the you are ready, immediately again I went back to the Two of Wands card, where this person is like waiting and waiting and thinking whether I should do this, whether I should not do this. Like they're saying, no, 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 you're ready. Okay, don't be in this Two of Wands like waiting and thinking energy for a very long time. Of course, if you need some, because they are also asking you not to be rash, but don't be the opposite also, that you think you are thinking for 3 years. Okay, try not to do that also. Now you got three major blessings. Ha ha ha. This is so beautiful. Um, a blessing on growing older. Okay, so I said this is beautiful because I would love this blessing myself, because my biggest fear is I already have so much physical health problems. As I grow older, will they increase? How will I deal with them? And all these things. Okay. So, this blessing on growing older is definitely telling you no matter what your age is, as you grow older, things are coming into alignment for you. Okay. You will feel more in tune with yourself. You will feel happier, and just so much at peace with yourself. So growing older would be like going on a vacation for you. Okay, you will just feel like that. It's peaceful, it's calm. You just do things as you want. You are not controlled by anybody anymore. Yeah. And for those of you who are already thinking that, okay, I'm this X years old, what will happen in the next 5 years, who will take care of me, and all that. We are saying there's nothing, because it's natural, right? We are humans. We may feel insecure, but they are saying, no, 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 there's nothing to worry. You are being taken care of by the divine, and they will send the right people around you so that you're growing older. You never feel helpless. Okay, in the next 5 years, no matter what your age is, as you grow older, you will have support, you will have love, and you will have a lot of peace in your heart. That is beautiful. Okay, then you have a blessing of forgiveness. So I think this is also very beautiful. I think or how do I phrase this? Again, this is something I learned from my spiritual guide, that before forgiving others, like forgiving others is like an ego thing, as if I'm superior and I'm forgiving. But when you forgive yourself, because we are very critical about our own self. So once we start practicing self forgiveness, once we start being very kind to ourselves, then like the forgiveness to others happens very naturally. Others don't even matter so much because you are so content and with yourself, so much at peace with yourself. So that is going to happen in your life, okay? If you had troublesome relationships around you, sometimes it happens. You probably want to mend it, but you know the other person will always respond in a negative way. That is going to change miraculously, okay? At the end of 5 years. Again, if something like that happens, please come back after 5 years. I hope I'll be here and I would love to read your comments, okay? Because this is very beautiful. And then you have the third blessing, a blessing of fire. And I'm not surprised you got two wands card because wands energy represent fire, passion, passion, passion. Okay. So all like after looking at all these cards, everything fits so beautifully, my dear option three, because yeah, what is happening for you in the next 5 years has a very spiritual long term purpose. At the end of 5 years, you are transforming into a person who is completely passionate about everything in their lives. Okay. Yeah, forgive my grammar. So they're so much passionate about everything they do that forgiveness and loving others and just accepting the truth as it is happens naturally, which is very beautiful. Okay, so yeah, you will have like you have a beautiful spiritual journey ahead of you, and I'm so honored to do your reading, pile 3 or option 3. Viewers, just remember, fears will come up because they are coming up to get released. You just face them, you just accept them. And facing them doesn't mean that you have to do things rashly. Again, this is something I'm reminding you again and again. Facing fears does not mean jumping into some fire or something. Facing fears just means you accept the situation. Before reacting, you take few seconds or even one whole minute to just take a deep breath, take yourself to a centered space inside you, and then you respond to the situation. Okay. And you just tell yourself, I have, divine has my back, the universe has my back. Even if things don't work out according to my expectations, these are like for the short term. Long term, everything is happening, to give your lifetime on earth like beautiful, like those beautiful icings on cake, like that. Okay. So it is very beautiful. I'm feeling a very calm, peaceful, loving, and very an energy of deep, deep contentment. Okay. That is what I'm feeling. So this is wonderful. That is all I have for you today. If this reading resonated, please hit the like button. Please leave a comment for me so that you can come back after 5 years and, validate or invalidate whatever it is you want to do. And please share this video with your friends who like similar content. Encourage them to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you again in my next reading. Till then, lots and lots of love. Bye bye.